So I'm going to restock my bone broth. This one in the fridge. I have chicken legs, some pork bones, and beef bones. So yeah, I'm going to let them get to room temperature. My sauerkraut and my kombucha is also ready for the start of the week. So I'm just going to pack them nicely. This will be my standard meal for the next 80 days. This is eggs and some sesame seeds on top. These are nuts. This is sauerkraut and kombucha. 4 hours in, I am adding my garlic and ginger. So I have collected around 8 hours of broth. So I added water and I want to let it simmer for more hours. Hizi bones nazo zimetii. This is the brothest broth. Yes? This is how you know it's full of collagen. It's so intact. Okay. This is pure cholesterol. I've removed the excess fat. I'm going to use this to cook or just drink it with the bone broth. So this is my skin on 19th of September. No filter, no makeup or anything. So I'll show you the same after the 80 days. I still have a few black marks that need to be eliminated, but I'm patient with it. I'm not using any medicine. Yeah, they have genuinely reduced, but yeah, we still have some part of the road to go. One of the worst parts is usually my hand, but today I have nothing to show you because it just stopped reacting. Maybe it's just the healing process. I'm using dhania, capsicum, garlic, and spring onions to make one general spice that I'll be using maybe on my boiled eggs or just for cooking when I need to. Dania is what motivated me because I've been trying to store them zisiharibike, but napata tu zimeharibika by the time the week is over. So this helps, I hope. blanched some spinach for the whole week. This is managu. So basically this is one of the things I'll be snacking on, so I'm just keeping it ready. And also this is how I preserve my carrots. They don't get wobbly before 1 week is over. Yeah, so just put this in the fridge as it is. It's full of water. So this evening, instead of bone soup, I'm going to have sweet potatoes and eggs into a pancake, some nuts, and some lemon tea. Let me know food. Thank you. Welcome. Why I named it Gene Recreation, I just thought it would sound cool. And after learning that we have 98% chance of reversing anything that we weren't at least born with, I really wanted to try and see how better it can get. The 98% chance is because 98% of your genes are epigenetics, the ones that are determined by your environment, by what you take in. So from the beginning of the year, I've been trying to heal my gut. At least that was what I was sure was wrong with me, because I had allergies. And when you have allergies, it's probably a sign that you have an inflamed gut. So I've gotten as far as not seeing reactions of your. Actually, there are no reactions. I can show you my hands. My hands have never been this clear. So at least in a month, I used to use the antihistamines a couple of times. So now that it's not there, I really felt like now that it's the end of the year, almost the end of the year, let me lock in, do this challenge. So it's basically at 6 to 6:30. I call it the bone broth hour. That is when I wake up, take bone broth, and then from there I can decide what to do next. But at 10, I eat the next meal, eggs and probiotics with kombucha or hibiscus tea. At 3 p.m., I have bone broth again. So the point here is to have as much collagen as you can, because it's the one which benefits the skin, benefits the hair, and benefits the nails. But basically for me, it's leaning more on the skin side. And then at 8 p.m., organ meat or meat on the bone, fresh vegetables and healthy fats, probably avocado. But all my food has healthy fats because I start from making the food with ghee and then eat a lot of avocado when I can. Yeah, so that's basically my plan. That is actually the challenge. And I've reached a point where I'm sure it's not going to be so hard. So I'm going to be recording this. I'm going to have it on YouTube. I've started from day one, but it's not going to be like every day. Just specific parts of the challenge. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. The purpose of the meals being at least 2 per day, at least, not so many meals, is because just giving time to the body to go from one thing to the next. It's not so much about anything else. That's also advised, by the way, to people who have inflammation. If you feel sick, if you feel bloated, if you feel just discomfort around your stomach, trust me, when you put the food aside, you'll feel a very big difference. Then snacking, I wrote carrots, kombucha, boiled eggs, nuts. or lemon tea. Also, I wanted to incorporate a lot of vitamin C in my diet. So from the vegetables to the sauerkraut to the lemon tea, I will have a lot of vitamin C around me. Yeah, yes, vitamin C. So basically what I'm following here is the 4 pillars of the world cuisine. They're the ones that have been proven to heal. If you put aside all the processed food, all the gluten, all the sugar, the inflammatory foods, and just focus on the 4 pillars of the world cuisine, which are the meat on the bone, the organ meats, the fermented food, and fresh food. That is what heals inflammation. So going into this 80 days, I just want to focus on those. And I've also put their complex carbohydrates because I don't want to go in complete ketosis. I'm not really interested because hey, entering ketosis is so hard. Please respect anyone who has done keto because hey, it's so hard. Even for me who has really been trying to do away with food addiction, entering ketosis, nafikanga hapo where starting with headaches, somewhere you just feel your heart is pumping. you just get scared and eat. Yeah, so I wrote at least 1 whole carb per day. That is sweet potatoes, pumpkin, green bananas. Not corn. The corn leans more into the sides of peas pale kwenda kina viazi. So I'll do very little of corn if I have to. At least maybe a treat per week because I really love corn, guys. I really love corn. Really, I just want to see how better it can get. That is the purpose for this. If it can get better, I'll write meal plans because now I'm sure that I'm sharing something that is legit. So if it worked for me, it will definitely work for you because I came from somewhere that they were really the pits. In my opinion, because there were days I would just wake up with stuffed nose and it ruins my whole day. Nowadays, I just love mornings because I don't have to deal with all that. Yeah, so in between it there, yes, I've gone back because healing is a process. The healing from the food addiction is a process. Sugar addiction is a process. So yes, kuna mahali nimerudi nyuma na ikani affect, really affect, but I've reached somewhere at least. I literally have had sweet potatoes as my first complex carb today since juicy, so I know I'm doing okay.